We're here at the Porn Stars Are People podcast. I'm here with Anya Ivy.
Testing 1, 2. Hi.
Thank you for being on this. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
We're all crowded together because we're Facebook, Instagram living this.
Yeah.
So you got me all hot and bothered in here.
Yeah. No, people get so nervous about being live, but you know what?
Oh no, I was just talking about being next to you. That's all. Not the live part. I don't care about the live part. Jesus.
Now I'm blushing.
So thank you for being here. We're in LA, the Open
having
Space
me.
Theater. I don't know how well you know LA.
More than I did 4 years ago.
Okay, it's a good enough answer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out the inner secrets of LA. I have not yet. My go-to is just go hang out at the comedy clubs because that's my scene.
Oh, wow. I have to go to more comedy clubs.
Yeah, do you have a favorite? Do you like a comedian? Is there a thing?
There aren't, favorite comedians I have. I think I just like people who are new and raw and hungry.
Yeah.
I feel like their jokes are better.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about porn stars, actually.
Yeah.
Because I try to find somebody who I haven't seen before, and then that's the content that I'm obsessed with that day. I'm like, I've never seen her before.
You do. I mean, it's a different dynamic when you're doing amateur.
Yeah.
And you don't know anything.
But not necessarily. Yeah, not necessarily the amateur thing.
Good.
Yeah. Not necessarily. I don't want the open mic of porn. I want somebody who clearly is doing it, but I'm like, I've never heard of this person.
Oh.
Click. New thing, because it's just a dude thing. We wanna fuck something new. I don't know why
understand that.
we do that, but that's just
No,
like a
I
nature
do.
thing. All right, so what's your story? What do you do in your free time? Where are you from? How many questions can I ask you in a row? Do you like dogs? Do you like cats?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh,
I
no
love
shit.
dogs. I love cats, both. I know a lot of people have either or.
Yeah, you
but
can pick one.
Yeah, I know. It depends.
Do you have cats and dogs?
I don't have any right now, but I grew up with animals.
No
yeah.
shit. So which part of Atlanta? So I got family in Alpharetta, and I got family in Marietta.
Those are both very far from the main part of the city.
So you're dead center. You're like
But
Buckhead.
I'm not dead center. No, I wouldn't. Nobody really grows up in Buckhead. Well, nobody I've met.
Right.
But I grew up in a lot of different parts of the city. I went to school downtown, Carver High School.
Okay. Shout out.
East Side, Miller Grove, and I didn't go to the high school, but
You skipped right through high school, or you went somewhere else?
I went somewhere else because
Okay.
my mom was an educator. She
Okay.
teaches Atlanta Public Schools, so I would bounce around, and that was my story. Like we moved, I lived in at least 3 different parts of town: Gwinnett County,
Yeah.
DeKalb County. You know.
Cool. So what's your favorite? So you obviously love Atlanta. Atlanta's a lovable
I
place.
do. I miss it every day.
I love when somebody just sings out of nowhere. Just
That's odd. I don't even notice that I do that until someone says it.
love it every day.
I do. I just sing out of nowhere.
Oh, you got a good ass voice too. Shit.
When I practice.
Yeah. Is that just at home, like in your car?
In my
Like, what is-
shower, in my car.
Yeah. How good do you sound in the shower?
You sound like 10 times
It
better in the
bounces
shower,
off the
don't you? You're like you
walls,
have a fucking
yeah.
choir out
Yeah.
of nowhere.
I like.
Just in the background, like.
I have a roommate. So I'd like to convince myself that he can't hear through the door. Because I'm not gonna sing obviously in front of him like in the
Is
living
that what you
room.
tell yourself?
But because I'm like, I gotta hit this John Legend song right now. I can't not. So I go, and
Who
actually
can
the Hamilton
refuse
soundtrack right now.
A John Legend song.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna see him
anything
live.
from the Hamilton soundtrack.
I'm gonna see John Legend live in like 3 weeks. Last time
Who
my
are you taking with
my
you?
body started weeping last time. Have you ever seen John Legend live?
No, I haven't.
He's fantastic. He's actually in LA on Sunday. I'm seeing him in New York on the 23rd. But I saw him sing "Bridge Over Troubled Water" live in a theater, and you got to see him in like a small room.
Did it change your soul? Like, did it do something
So I
to you?
didn't know that song, and everybody in the room started weeping. Like it was the strangest / most incredible experience I've ever had.
Yeah.
His voice is
I can
unbelievable.
imagine.
Unbelievable. You have to see John Legend live.
I have to. I feel like that's something I have to do
He's
before
at the
I
Greek.
die.
He's at the Greek on Sunday in L.A. And then otherwise, yeah, come to New York and see him at Madison
New
Square
York
Garden
in the
small room.
summertime, can I just say?
Please insult it. It's disgusting.
No.
Oh, you love it?
It's always disgusting, but New York in the summertime is amazing.
Oh, you like it?
That apart from any other time of the year.
Really?
Have you not?
They say New York in the fall
In the fall,
because it's a lot of
wishy-washy.
it's a lot of
you could
swamp
go
ass
on
in
a
the
date
summer.
where it's deciding to be cold for no reason.
Yeah.
But in the summertime, you get what you could have, like, weather-wise in
Yeah.
any other city.
Sure.
And you get the vibe of New York at the same time.
Yeah, I could see that. Everybody's
And that's
out.
why I love it.
Everybody's out. They're all but see, here's the problem. So you probably don't take the subway then.
When I can, yeah.
The subway in the summer is the single deciding factor.
I don't think I've ever taken it consistently in the summertime.
As
So I
to
do know what you're
as
talking
to
about.
not ever love this. So and I avoid the subway as much as I can. But you're talking like visible humidity.
Yeah.
Smells that are emanating
You
from
can
God
see
knows
people
where.
talking. Like,
Yeah, you can see people talking. You can see people farting. There's just puddles for no reason in places. Like I don't like my hair gets too long, and then it's just like when in the summer
Unpredictable as
I go
fuck.
home and it's just right here. It's just like in my face
Right.
like this.
I
Right?
guess that's one thing I love about LA is that you
dry.
know you're gonna have a good hair day.
Yeah.
However you want your hair to be, that's how it's
It just
gonna be.
hangs.
When you walk outside in Miami
Yeah,
or someplace like
you're a
that,
mess. You look like a wet dog.
you could want to have a style and you walk outside
You know what?
and the weather says, nice try.
You know what I just realized? I bet that's where cornrows came from. Is it just so gross and
From the
humid
South?
in the Caribbean initially,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
people braid their hair because
Or
they don't want
just
to have to
having
deal
those
with that shit.
protective styles in general. Yeah, I get that.
And then because it doesn't matter what happens, you could get hit with a bottle of piss with cornrows and your hair's not
Hopefully
changing.
not.
No, depending on what you watch. and what
Oh
you're
my
into.
God.
But that won't
This
affect you at all.
guy.
Yeah. So
My fans are loving what we have going
Oh,
on.
yeah, what do we
See,
got?
that's
How-
what you
how are
can
we doing?
see. At the bottom, you can see
There-
people's comments.
does it say? It says Dan, show your tits. That's weird. I didn't think
Yeah,
that was.
and so you don't want to read everybody's comment.
Yeah. How do you throw like a blind eye to that?
I think it has come over time. Like you get a lot of bullshit and
Yeah.
you get a lot of encouragement.
Okay.
And you have to filter,
Yeah.
condition yourself to only see the
Just
good
get back
things.
to zero. So it's
It
like so
takes
one person's taking shit and then the other person's saying
To
positivity.
literally, I think there's like a little shock, a wave that goes over your body when
Yeah.
you see something like a hater's comment.
Shitty, yeah.
You're like, oh,
So I get the
but
benefit.
you have to not respond.
I get the benefit as a live performer that when shittiness happens, I get to ruin their day right there. Like I have because I'll have
you
like
could think like that, or
I got 100 other people, so that I can pin all those people against that one person, and then worst case, I can physically get them removed from the room. Like that's the benefit I get as a comedian, is I can kick somebody out of the room. You can't really. I don't think you can.
I have to think like that.
Can
more
you
often.
independently kick somebody out of the chat?
No, you can't. And
They just get to stay in there.
what
and
I've
say horrible shit?
developed and what I've conditioned myself to believe and to put out there is that I'm not going to give this person the time of day.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give this person all the attention that I would get from responding from my however many followers,
Yeah.
that they would get that.
Yeah. I was
So
just
fuck
talking
it.
about that, like with when it comes to like road rage, when somebody
Yeah.
comes up next to you and they're like trying to scream into your car.
You have a lot of that here in LA.
If you just don't look at them, it burns their soul up.
It takes time.
You're like,
yeah.
well, open your window.
Yeah.
No, I will not very much open my window. Just drive.
Why
looking
is
forward.
that?
Because you need. Well, I think we all have this need as a human to feel vindicated. So when we feel a shitty way, we have to like try to put it on somebody else and make them feel it. So we need it to penetrate their body and their skin and their soul.
What
and
good
if we
does
can't
that
get
do,
that,
though?
it gets it off of you. I mean, just like that
Yeah.
movie with Robert De Niro in the '80s. If you touch somebody, they became like they had like the shitty thing. They would go, "Fuck you," and then you
If
touch another
only.
person. And then no, that's how it works. You yell at somebody, it gets it off of you, and then they go home and they hit their dog.
Damn.
It's just what happens in life.
Have you had any other coffee at this shop?
As you can tell by my rate of speech, yes, I
What?
very much
I mean,
have.
so what do you recommend I get when I go? Because it
I've
smells
had-
so
I've had almost
good.
everything there. The blend of the day is pretty good. You can usually trust the blend of the day. It's like of the week or whatever. But I don't know how much of a coffee snob you are. Like, do you know about like the pour over stuff?
No.
Like sometimes they'll just do like a single blend and they'll do a pour over. They put it in the. I love coffee like coffee snobs, because then they do the thing and they put the thing
I'm
on top.
learning more about
and
coffee
they pour
from
the
places
hot water
here.
in it. Have you seen like with the they always have the contraption in the back and it's like coming down one drip at a time?
Yeah, I never know what that is.
And they're humidifying and they're making like the cold brew.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's like it's double filtered and you're like, yeah, put that in my body.
They do that here?
I haven't seen it here. I saw one earlier in the week where it's just going behind him.
Well, I guess I don't need all of that.
I'm a basic bitch. I just need Ethiopian, that one with the I can't pronounce. I'll take that. That sounds good. The one of the day. Is it dark? Put almond milk in it. That's all I care about.
Yes, I have to have the milk substitute.
Yeah. What happens? Are you anti-dairy?
No, I mean I've been lactose my entire life,
well,
and
I
feel
as humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not supposed to be eating cow's milk. That's not a.
Really?
Yeah, it's not good for our bodies. My favorite video.
I never knew that.
I wish I knew who the guy was. My favorite video, and I watch it probably once a week. There's a guy who his video is about why we shouldn't drink milk and eat dairy, and his main factor is that this fluid is made to take a baby calf and blow it up to a cow as rapidly as possible. And so he says what this stuff is it's a baby calf growth fluid.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's not. Yeah, watch that video. It's not good.
I mean, there are a lot of videos I feel like I could watch that would probably make me go fully vegan.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even talking about that. Just the dude just having the conversation,
Right.
and you're like, this makes sense. And I don't know why. Just the way that he, you ever get obsessed with the way somebody talks, and the way this guy talks, I just want to watch it over and over and over and over again.
Yes, I do.
So it's baby calf growth fluid. That's the point.
Who is that?
That's Sylvia. She's next.
Calling you.
Yeah, Sylvia Sage. Shout out Sylvia Sage.
Sylvia.
So I'm gonna have to let her know that we're in the back and that we're doing this. So okay. So what's
been a while since I've been on stage like this.
Yeah, this is great, right? Yeah,
in
get
front
in here.
of what could be people.
Yeah, I think that's the eventuality of all podcasts, right? Is to do the live thing, as you bring in an audience, and then that becomes a whole different component.
I like it. I like being on stage. I like seeing people receive what I have to give.
Well,
it's been a while.
Because you're in a field where it's just a bunch of straight-faced people behind the camera, holding the lights,
people see
and then people faking the thing.
Nowadays, it's just individualized viewing.
Yeah.
Or, people watching me perform are just a crew of directors and photographers. When I was in high school and a little bit in college, I was on stage. I was doing theater, and that was the thing.
You're big with theater.
So much different.
No shit. So wait, what plays have you been in? What roles were you?
My first big role was playing Coco in the Fame production that we did in high school.
Interesting.
Right. I want to live forever.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Shit. Wow. That could be great. Is there any handheld camera footage of that from your parents?
My mom has the footage,
We're gonna
and
have to solicit
she is waiting to be contacted by a network and be like, "Can we get the footage of Anya?" She's gonna be like, "Yes, I have it all right here, organized in a file." Ready.
running the thing, just
Even
pulling out.
the footage of me when I was younger in acting agency, and we would travel to different places trying to get like into Nickelodeon and stuff.
Oh, it's so funny. Kids when kids are like overly dramatic and they do the thing like just come out and do a scene from Annie, and and sometimes they're great and sometimes they're horrible. And it's like, tomorrow, and they
it's
try to
do
watch. Like the Broadway voice. It's so
Imagine your 12-year-old, 10-year-old self. You have
Killing
footage of this audition of you doing this script, trying to get into this Disney movie, and you're just no holding back. Like your 10-year-old self.
Leave it all on the stage.
I'm here. This is me. Pick me. What happens to that part of ourselves?
It's the part in comedy I try to get people to tap into the most. We do. We start to shut it off. We start to shut it down. And so I was doing a thing for a while where I was teaching improv comedy, and I was like, I only want to teach kids because they're still in that zone.
Yeah.
Adults, we get rid of it. My buddy's nephew. He's in the backyard, and he's probably 12. Still got the active imagination, and he's like building a fire for later. We're gonna do this bonfire, so we put him in charge, go stack the sticks, whatever. So he's got this stick, and he starts it becomes it becomes a fishing pole. So he starts fishing with it, and then out of nowhere, just his brain has like a little spark. So he turns it into a baseball bat. So now he's hitting home runs, and I'm just watching him from the deck. And then and I half of me wanted to be like just yell at him and snicker at him, but then the other half of me was like, I just want to see what the imagination of life looks like, because I don't have that anymore. And then 2 seconds later, it was a gun, and he was shooting deer with it.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was killing it. I was just like, where am I? Like I have no more imagination left. The only imagination left that I have is just like I see a girl in a car next to me.
Don't say no more.
Well, I see a girl in a car next to me, and I'm like, oh, it would be great if we pulled over. And that's all. That's all as an adult I have imagination left for, is like creating sexual situations that would never happen.
Ah.
But that's
at least they're creative. Because who thinks of that?
Yeah. I think everybody. I think that's an entire genre of porn is the spontaneous.
The imagination. You know what? And what if we just really took the time to write down all these crazy ideas?
All the thoughts? The comedians that we do that. We try to tap into that. Oh yeah, we have a little notebook next to us. I send myself texts that don't make any sense.
What's the most recent thing you've written?
Ready?
Something today?
Yeah. Let me send it. Okay. So I sent ex ambassadors not playing. I also sent myself leopard print is the Italian flag. If you see a girl wearing leopard print, she's most likely Italian, or some kind of.
Anybody from Italy?
She could be some kind of Spanish. No, not even from Italy. Like we're talking like Jersey Italians, like leopard print.
Okay.
She's definitely
Jersey
Italian.
in the house.
I'm Italian. I'm not hating on my people. It's just a fact.
I haven't been to Jersey.
Oh, and here's another one. I wrote all bees think their dads are deadbeats. I don't know how much you know about bees, but what happens is the queen grabs like 10, 12 bees.
Right.
Okay. She sends them out. She says, "Come on out." She does the little thing with her ass, and they come out, and then they all fly to her. They all bang her, and then after she has sex with them, she takes their genitalia, and then they fall and they die. Right. And so.
Wow.
So then she goes back and she mushes all the bee semen or whatever it is together and creates an entire chunk of, I guess, workers or drones or workers out of the sperm sandwich, and just triggers a bunch of them, and then all of those bees grew up to not know their fathers.
What a bad bitch.
So I'm wondering if all bees just think that dad left town. They're just deadbeats.
Wow.
Anyway. So you write about all.
She does all of that on her own. Go girls.
She kills it. Yeah. Crushes it. And then leopard print's the Italian flag.
Funny.
And then this idea about cats, about how cats are somebody had a cat, and I was like, "Are you allowed to declaw cats?" They said, "No, it's illegal." And I was talking to my lawyer friend. She said, "You can declaw cats."
You can. It just people strongly discourage it because it's something natural that they need for survival. Like they say, if it's for extreme health reasons, then you are able to.
But that's not true either. Like because we're thinking about these things as if they need them for survival, but like cats, all they need at this point is us for survival. Like we're doing all the stuff. We gave them the bath and we're giving them the food.
You think about a cat as an independent animal. They're people that, can be alone in the house for several hours. And
did you just call cats people? You said cats are people?
Are they not? Dogs too, and fish and all the other things.
Okay, so then let me ask you this.
But let me not think that way, because I'm not even a vegetarian.
Do you believe in neutering cats and dogs?
I do. In Spain, yeah.
Yeah. So
like
why
rescue
is that?
Animals.
So why is that not part of their?
It's about controlling what's going on with rescuing animals and that whole breeding situation.
Yeah.
When you want to make sure that they have a home and make sure that they get the best life possible when they're spayed and neutered.
And we're slightly worried that dogs and cats are going to take over.
They're not going to take over society.
So what else? What do you like to do? Are you obsessed with anything? Do you like do anything weird? Do you rollerblade? Like what do you like? Do you do anything that people don't do? Are you like a gamer?
Of weird things. No, I'm not a gamer. I'm a painter. I'm a writer.
Okay.
Solitary in that manner.
Yeah.
I just rode a bike for the first time in like 10 years on the beach here, because that's what you do.
Was
on
it
the
like
beach
riding
in LA,
a bike?
You go ride a bike. Yeah, it took me a while to get the hang of it.
Oh.
I was on it and I was like, I haven't done this in a while. This
Now,
seems weird. I don't like it.
But you're talking like a beach cruiser, which is a weird setup
one
anyway,
of the,
right?
Yeah, the ones that you can rent.
Yeah.
Not ones that are high, but.
Yeah, they're heavy. Well, it's
Yeah,
higher than a
they're
normal
heavy.
bike. So a normal bike,
They're
you're down here.
heavier than one I would
and
get.
you're up
right.
here.
Right.
And it's heavy.
It
and
was
this whole thing.
definitely a challenge. And
Banana
even the person
seat.
I was with was like, do you not want to do this? Should we just take the back's bike? I was like, no, I want to conquer this challenge.
Do this.
And I did it.
So he had
took
to hold you up, run
20
behind
minutes,
you.
at least 2 miles. We rode, yeah.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I was walking on the beach. What's your favorite beach down here in LA?
Favorite beach so far is probably Malibu.
Yeah.
I go to Santa Monica often just
Sure.
because it's like the thing to do.
Is it? That's the one because it's got the sign.
Got a lot of things
Go walk there. It's got a
going
little
on.
boardwalk.
Restaurants
Yeah.
and farmers markets and bike rentals.
Yeah.
And it's closer to town, but I always miss the Florida beach experience because I was raised over there.
Yeah. So
that's
you're talking
a different type of
now.
beach
Which
experience.
side? Are you talking Gulf side?
I have family mostly in Jacksonville and Orlando.
Okay, so yeah, that's right. That's Gulf side, right?
So
well, Orlando's there's no water there, so you're on the Gulf.
Yeah, you're driving some ways, but Jacksonville's got its own beach, different parts of Florida. Just that whole beach culture, being on that peninsula and going to the beaches. You can actually get in the water.
Yeah, right.
And the sand is warm.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's weird to just not realize that that's a thing. That
it is.
That the water would be cold and that there might be dolphins or sharks in it. That's just a weird. Although
have you seen the sharks on the news?
I haven't seen it. No, I saw dolphins firsthand when I went down to Malibu.
There are sharks like riding against the coast here in LA, trying to fucking kill people, and I don't know what's going on.
I think every time I try to look up statistics, I think shark attacks are far less than I think we all think.
Yeah.
I think everybody does the thing when you get scared about getting on a plane. You're like, listen, you're more likely to be killed in a car crash than you are in an airplane. I don't know why I became Donald Trump on that. You're more likely, but I think it's the same thing. I think you're more likely to be murdered while rollerblading in LA than to be attacked by a shark. Like the statistics are in our favor to not ever get eaten by a shark.
I don't ever really like to think about
but
that.
But it does happen. It does happen from time to time, right?
It's kind of depressing.
To getting eaten by a shark? Honestly, I think that's probably that's one of the best ways you could die.
Wow.
Right? What would you like?
Because it's badass and hardcore. No.
Well, what would your legacy? What would you rather have your legacy be? That you were in a car accident and that you were that you lived for a couple extra days.
No, that I died peacefully on a patio in my front porch on some land that I own.
On a patio.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's ever said that.
Fall asleep.
Just fall asleep on the just in the concrete?
Yeah. No, not in the
just
concrete.
On the pavers?
On the patio. I'm in my rocking chair.
Okay.
I'm old. I got probably a knitting thing in my lap.
Yeah.
I'm next to somebody I've been looking at for 30 odd years. And we got grandkids or whatever. They're not there when this happens, but I'm in my own space.
I like that you want to go first. I like that you're okay with I like that you're okay with him.
He can do something with me.
Him dying afterwards. Oh, you just want somebody to be there to collect your body.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to.
And dispose of it accordingly.
Which is how? How do you want your body disposed of?
I think I want to be cremated for sure.
Yeah.
For sure,
and
definitely.
then sprinkled into
not
Starbucks
an organ
coffees.
donor. I don't know how great my organs are, so I'm not even gonna.
Oh yeah.
Put that responsibility on anyone.
Okay. And then where do you want to be? Where do you want to be sprinkled if you're cremated?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I feel like I have some time. Maybe. I don't know.
Just well, you never know. Yeah.
You never know, but I don't know.
Just get thrown directly into a high-speed fan at a room full of people.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I want to be sprinkled over the Grand Canyon, and I'm like, I don't know.
I want to be laid out into lines with cocaine and then snorted.
Oh wow!
Not me.
That's a thought. Yeah.
Just spitballing here.
That's a thought.
Have you been to the Grand Canyon?
Respect. I haven't yet.
So you don't need to.
I feel like I've drove
you can
past
hate it,
but not. Yeah. I would want to be sprinkled somewhere exotic if I'm gonna be sprinkled anywhere.
Yeah. Well, define exotic. Like Singapore or like Jamaica?
Appalachian. No.
Like the Adirondack Mountains?
The mountains that are in Japan or something.
Okay.
Something that represents me.
Okay. The mountains of Japan.
I feel like I would come back and haunt the person that sprinkles me over the Grand Canyon. I really would. I'd be like, why
Did
did you do that?
I like how your ghoul impression is that old school sort of like 80s sheet floating. Just eyes in the sheet. Take a picture and doesn't come up for some reason.
I be the bitchiest ghost. I be knocking shit down for no reason.
That's my favorite idea. Is that like, why would that be the thing that ghosts would do? Like that's everybody's thing. Like you close the door. Yeah. But like if that was the thing, like wouldn't he just come back and just slap you across the face? But that's not what anybody ever says how they have a ghost. They're like, why do you have a ghost? Well, I know I have a ghost because I turn that light off and then it turns on.
Right.
And you're like, no, you just have shitty.
Or all the burners in your house turn on.
No, you just
at
have
the same time.
You just have shitty like you didn't talk to the gas company. Like you just have a shitty gas company. That's all that's happening. The valve is fucked up. There's no ghost here.
And that's what happens when someone has a ghost. They go through every scenario to make sure they're not being crazy. Maybe it's this.
I wish that were true. That's definitely not what I have. Do you know anybody who's seen a ghost?
Yes.
Conveniently, people who see ghosts, people see aliens.
I know people that have lived
UFOs.
on Native American remains and sites.
Yeah.
Georgia, obviously, that Trail of Tears type area that still live there, actually. Should ask him how it's going. But no, just how, we first moved in and he would see the lady standing there at the top of the stairs.
Really?
And she wouldn't bother him, this particular individual that I know.
Well, that seems bothersome already. Just being in my house. Yeah, just
You're in the way. And they just coexist.
Really?
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't
being comfortable with spirits and energy.
I don't know if I believe in any of that.
It only takes one time to experience it for you to actually believe, but knowing that it is possible, I think is the first step.
Sure. Ghosts and ghosts. I'm going to sleep horribly tonight.
Oh,
whatever ghosts in LA.
If you don't feel it, then you don't have to worry about it.
That's what I'm saying. Is anybody who sees these things conveniently already believes in them. I think that's what happens.
Well, to be sensitive to it, they believe in it already. Yeah. But
I think our mind
even if you don't, it's still going to be there. It's just going to take you a while to receive that type of energy.
Sure. All right. So,
I'm like getting deep.
Are they into it? Are they into the ghost stuff? Do you guys believe in ghosts?
I haven't really read. Shout out from Houston. Hey, Texas.
What does it say? My auntie girl. What does this one say?
Atlanta girl. Hey.
Atlanta girl.
No, yeah. I love Houston. I love getting big fat steaks that cover my whole plate.
Yeah. Have you ever done the any sort of food challenge where they're like eat a 72-ounce steak?
Do I look like I could do anything?
And we'll write your name on the board. We will write your name in Sharpie on this wall.
I would cheer for the people eating the steak.
Have you been to that? I've never been there where they did that.
No, I was. The last time I was in Texas, I was asking everybody I came in contact with. Even
do you want to eat the
that did my makeup?
Steak? Yeah.
Like, do you know where I could find a steak eating food contest?
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. No, it's not a
normal
human.
That's the only thing I want to experience. That and a bull riding competition.
Okay. These are very achievable goals, by the way.
Yeah.
Like there's
I think so.
Every year there's a thing in Coney Island where they eat hot dogs. The Coney Island hot dog eating contest, and it happens, and you can watch it live in Coney Island. It's fantastic. My cousin was in the situation where there was a place that had that kind of burger. $100 for the burger was like, and it was like
what?
It was like the size of this table. And he would always go there. And he would try to order it, and they wouldn't serve it to him. They wouldn't do it. And so he's a lawyer, and so he just got enraged at this idea that they wouldn't make this burger, and he made a scene and said bring the manager, the thing, I'm coming tomorrow, whatever, make the burger, no more excuses. He bought the burger for $100. He ate he just ate this much of it, and then he just gave it. He didn't even want to win. He was just mad that they wouldn't serve him this burger.
Exactly.
He didn't get a T-shirt.
I
he
do
didn't
like
get anything.
to find restaurants like that, like restaurants that have the double stack, like the crazy 4-5 different patties on a burger.
Eat the hottest pepper.
Yeah, like restaurants that have donuts for buns and stuff, or just restaurants that make these crazy, out of this world recipes that end up on Food Network.
Craziest and
I'll go. If I'm in the city, I'm like, you were on TV.
Have you done like a donut burger thing?
I haven't.
Something crazy like that?
I have looked at one, but I have not
I
take
seen
it upon
it.
myself
I seen it.
to take 7 years off of my life by eating a burger like
Yeah.
that. I don't know.
Smoke a cigarette
It's
and eat that burger
something
and just tempt.
you have to experience in your life. I think I could taste it.
Yeah.
You know, but oof,
Just give it a lick.
such a commitment.
Just a quick
Yeah.
lick.
Quick lick.
Yeah, that's what it tastes like. Yeah, I'm over all that stuff. But you're not wrong about the Food Network stuff. Generally, and it's kind of where we're at as an American society, is if they were on Food Network, they kind of know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You see that little Food Network label, and
Or
you're
they
like,
have
going
one
in there.
signature item, and that's usually what it is.
And they kill it.
I'll find the restaurant, and I'm like, you had this particular dish, this shrimp and grits that you claim to have cremini mushrooms and all these things. Like, I want that.
Kill it, and they kill it.
The white cheddar infused grits that you claim to have stone ground yourself.
Oh, I'm getting hungry.
Right? Ugh. I'm going to stop.
But then again, you can't eat white cheddar, guys, because it is essentially baby calf growth fluid. Baby calf growth fluid. Back full circle. So thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
This has been great. This is Porn Stars Are People. You guys check
Porn
it out.
Stars Are People.
Porn Stars Are People podcast. To you listening, thank you for listening. Keep up for more content. You know where we are. You found us. For you guys watching live, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn. You can tell Alexa to play an episode of us.
Alexa.
The Amazon Echo.
Did I turn on some people's Alexa in their homes?
Yeah,
Alexa.
I had to change her name. because
Where you
the
going
commercial says
now?
Echo. Alec Baldwin goes, Echo, do my laundry or
I
whatever.
heard about that.
And then she would do my laundry, so I had to change her name to Alexa. Or no, sorry, her name is Alexa. I had to change her name to Echo so that TV
Got
people
it.
stop fucking
Got it.
telling my bitch what to do.
I've heard that's a doozy.
They're like, order my Domino's, and then there's a pizza coming to my house. I'm like, I didn't order pizza, man. And they're like, Alec Baldwin ordered a
Can
pizza
you
for
imagine?
you. Alec Baldwin ordered your pizza. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having
Anya
me.
Ivy,
So much fun. Thank you.
take care.